Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic TBC and our Tauren Warrior playthrough. Before we get going here, a big shout out to Dustin, thank you so much. He sent along the Scarlet Boots and the Blood Pike, which is a pole arm. Now, I've never equipped pole arms on a warrior before. I don't even have them trained right now. But I think we could train them starting at level 20, and we could train them in the Undercity. So I will definitely be training polearm so we can check this out and skill up the polearm weapon skill. And yeah, the Scarlet Boots, which is awesome. We're going to go ahead and equip these now. A lot of stamina, 5 agility. Going to be perfect for tanking. And a big upgrade over what we have. So yeah, thank you so much. Really do appreciate the support. Alright, we are going to take another shot at the Incendia Agave this morning and kind of hoping that there won't be anybody over there also collecting it. Make it a little bit easier for us. This is a breadcrumb that leads us into Desolace, which is actually great. Where is Desolace? Up here. Yeah, everything in Desolace is looking to be around 34 to 35. What about the stuff down here? 31, 35, and 36. Yeah, so that's somewhere we can go when we're trying to get a break from Stranglethorn in a few levels. We can go there. We're going to have Dustswallow Marsh around level 38 to 40. So we're in a pretty good position leveling-wise to pick and choose where we want to be. And that's the situation that I like to be in on a character who's entering the level 30s. We can also do Scarlet Monastery Library now basically anytime. So, yeah. I did pop myself into the queue. I don't think I'll do it this morning, but I did want to have a look and see if there were any healers on. Which there aren't right now. I hope you guys are all doing well today. And yeah, thank you for clicking and for being here and spending some of your time with me in Azeroth. I do greatly appreciate it. The way the Thousand Needles is laid out is such like a unique zone compared to most other zones in the game at this point. It's always like a really unique feeling to travel around here. There aren't a lot of enemies like scattered about. It's mostly these trails that lead between the plateaus. And it's very unique. That's right, we didn't get any of these yesterday. We were about to grab one, and then it got ninja'd from right in front of me. Always fun when you clear to an item, and then another player runs up and grabs it while staring you right in the face. It does look like some of these are going to be under the water, so we're going to have to be popping our heads under the water to have a look. That being said, the water is not that deep, so getting the camera to stay below it is a little bit of a challenge. Looks like there's one over here as well, up on the shore. I kind of feel like that 10 of them don't even spawn at the same time, unless there's like a slightly different area we can get into. We do need to heal, which can be challenging when you're trying to fight in the water, because you can't sit anywhere. And our bandaging skills are not great. I can get that skilled up at any time. I really need to write down a few things that I need to do in the major cities. And then I need to take myself to a major city. That would be the important step. Not that it matters anyway, because somebody forgot to buy food back in town, so we don't exactly have a lot of food anyhow. Yep, and I've got nothing here to eat. Perfect. Perfect. Anything up here? I don't see anything. We'll be really lucky here if neither of these aggro. Oh, there we go. At least he had the decency to wait until after we were looted the item. I appreciate that. And we have the high ground, so of course there's no way we could lose. Let's make some more bandages, because we're going to need them. And now we're kind of fishing for respawns at this point, because I think we've looted every one that has popped up. We could take a peek under the waters here. Here's one. At least they do seem to respawn pretty quickly. The one over here is back up as well. That'll be the last one we need. Okay, from here, we want to head over to the high perch area, and we need to collect some wyvern eggs. And of course, we slid into the water just enough to get dismounted. I think the entranceway is the one further over here to the west. Am I ever going to remember to set our hearthstone here? Probably not. We'll probably be done with the area before I remember to do it. Because I don't think we have too much left to do here. Really, once you go through all the quests, you realize that this is kind of a smaller zone for questing, that there isn't really a lot going on. For some reason back in the day, I feel like I remembered being here for a lot longer. But then again, you know, we were all less efficient with questing and things like that back in the day, so... Probably just my memory making it seem longer than it really was. And then I know there's stuff like this quest here that I never did this back in actual vanilla. I only found this quest in classic times. Oh, they left an egg out for us right here at the entrance. How kind of them. I see a lot of eggs up. I don't see a lot of wyverns. Maybe someone's cleared through here recently. Either way, we're definitely going to take advantage of it. Yeah, it looks like someone has killed many of the wyverns. Let's grab some of these eggs, and then maybe we'll do some skinning as well. These guys are level 29. We have a solid chest back here. Let's see what kind of junk is inside of this. The typical kind of junk that you would expect. I got a green belt of the whale. Leather, spirit, and stamina. Now, we don't necessarily have to fight many of these guys. We don't have a kill quest or anything. We're simply looking for eggs. So I'm going to try to avoid some of them. Unless we have to fight them to get to an objective. Or if they jump us while we're getting an objective. What I'm worried about is I'm worried about someone going back here and starting the frickin' quest to escort the guy. We've had really bad luck recently with other players starting escort quests, and then we are left either not doing them or waiting around for long periods of time. And yeah, that's probably something that's going to happen here. Unfortunately. If we go up there and he's not there, I'm not going to wait around for this one. It's just going to be what it is. Yeah, this person is like making a beeline for it. I'm gonna if they're going for the guy, I'm gonna try to invite them. There we go. Communication, cooperation. That's the name of the game, right? Instant respawns. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, here we go. Now, I'm hoping that we can get 3 more eggs on the way down. Let's run over here and get this one. Damn. That sucks. Not going to be able to get that one now. It's going to be too far away. Yeah, I really don't want to range this guy, but I do need eggs, though. Maybe we'll be okay if we grab this one. Okay. Yeah, the problem is I don't know what the maximum range is for escort quests. At some point I did learn the next level of skinning, so we can get skill points now up to 300. I don't really remember when I did that, but I'm glad that I did at some point. Two more eggs. I have to believe that we can find at least 2 more eggs on our descent. Well, that worked out perfectly. I'm more inclined to let this guy pull by himself so that we don't have to wait for him to reset every time we finish a combat. Oh, he's fine just to ignore them until he's right next to them anyway. That's perfect for me. This looks familiar. If we keep heading east, I think we can... Ah! Wyvern on the attack! Where are the Wyvern? Here they are. I think when we did this on the Rogue, he said Wyvern on the attack and then nothing ever attacked. Something I watched the other day that I found interesting was I watched Asmongold's interview with Ian Hazzikostas. And when it came time to talk about Classic, one of the things that Asmund asked was what would happen, you know, after Wrath Classic. And basically it was acknowledged that, yeah, not a lot of people are excited for the idea of a Cataclysm Classic. And Ian seemed to be open to the idea of, you know, basically anything. Like, do you want to stay in Wrath and do more stuff in Wrath? Do you want to go into Cataclysm with a bunch of changes? And that was really heartening to see that they're ready to do something different after Wrath runs its course. Because, yeah, I think a lot of us, me included, I would like to stay in that period. I don't really want to progress the systems bloat and things like that into Cataclysm. I'd really like to stay in Wrath of the Lich King, and maybe we just get new content. Maybe we can work in some new classes, though. Like, can we get monks, but without Mist of Pandaria dropping? Can we do things like that? Can we get class iteration within Classic WoW? Like, changes within Classic, a true Classic Plus. That's kind of what I want, and it's really nice to see that they're open to that, because it's the first time that they've actually said they were open to it. And that is all we have to do here. Let's head over to Whitereach. We're going to run the same exact route. Let's get over to Whitereach and turn this stuff in. But yeah, it would be really cool to stay in a Wrath era and just get new content added to the game. It doesn't have to be huge, groundbreaking lore or like big existential threats. It can be small threats across the planet, maybe in zones we've already been in. We would not have to create all new zones.
What brings you here? Goodbye.
Alright, that's everything here for now. We could go try this hyper capacitor gizmo again. We don't have any potions. We've gained a level since we tried it last. Do I really want to do another spirit run? That's the question. What can we do differently this time that we didn't do last time? We could try a fear bandage. That's possible. We could try shield wall. We could do shield wall and death wish. I don't know. Even this guy's hitting us kind of hard. We'll try it. We'll give it one more try. Worst case scenario, we die, so. He didn't come out of the cage. Maybe we ran too far away. Hey, we might get it. Ooh, what a difference a level makes, I guess. What a difference. Alright, that's great. We can get that turned in. Perfect. Oh, we're gonna skin him too, just for the satisfaction of it.
Yo! Have a good one.
Alright, back to Freewind Post we ride. At some point I need to do the defensive stance quest. Yeah. You can tell that I'm not ever really excited by class quest. We never did speak with Ruga. I don't know if this is the one that changed, and everyone always tells me to do the quest with the axe, do the quest with the axe, and like I feel like I never do it. I didn't do it in Season of Mastery either. And like every weapon I got after that, someone would just tell me, oh, the axe from the quest is better. It was like every weapon we got all the way to max level. Supposedly the axe from the quest line was better. Yeah, even when we combined 2 swords from ZF together, and you combine these 2 blue swords and they make an epic 2-hander. And even after that, I'm pretty sure I had people telling me that the axe you get from the warrior quest was better. So I don't know if that is that quest or not, or if it's a different quest. But yeah, I'm probably not doing this. We've been mostly using a one-hander and a shield anyway, and I'll probably keep doing that for a while. We'll see. Obviously, if we got an awesome two-hander, I'd try it. I want to try this polearm out, because I've never equipped polearms on a warrior, and I'm interested to see what that looks like. It's also better than the sword that we have. 49 to 75, 59 to 89. And chance on hit to wound the target, causing them to bleed for 110 damage over 30 seconds. So pretty substantial bleed. We could do Test of Faith over here. It chains into a quest that I don't normally do, because it's a group quest. But we can go check out the first part of it and see. And yeah, I say that because I'm not really sure what else we're gonna do here except maybe head right out to the salt flats.
Well then. Farewell.
There's the Wyvern eggs turned in. And yeah, I don't even know if I really want to set my Hearthstone here. Doesn't really seem like it's going to matter too much. The zone is small enough that we can get around quite easily without it. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna check out Test of Faith. It's gonna send us on a follow-up quest that I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. Level 26. It's one of those quests where it spawns wave after wave of enemies, and then usually at the end there's a tougher enemy or elite. And it's definitely more recommended for a group. But I think the first part is pretty simple, so let's see if we can get to it. Oh, it's gray-green. It's not even showing up. So you have sought me out, or perhaps destiny brings you to me. No matter, you are here now, and so your journey will begin anew. Many facets make up a being, the spirit, the body, the mind. Some of these can be measured by a culture's traditions. Others we can only hope exist within ourselves. If you agree, I shall test some of the facets within you. If you pass, then you shall become stronger. If you fail, then you will realize the vastness of the Nether.
We shall meet.
Yeah, back when the Nether was just reused as a reference for space, or the Abyss, or Hell, I think. And, not just necessarily the place where demons go to respawn. And yeah, we're just jumping off of this. As terrifying as that is.
What brings you here?
I'm pleased to see your courage remains steadfast in light of what you've already done. Since your faith is intact, the time has come to test your body. First is a test of endurance. Go to the Rogue Feather Den west of Freeman Post, make your way to the depths of their lair, and destroy their foodstuffs. By then you should have provoked their fury, and if you are able to survive long enough, Grenka Bloodscreech herself will come for you.
Walk with the
I'm sure she will. Let's, well, it's level 30. We tried this on a hunter and couldn't do it. I don't know if a warrior is going to be able to do it. But we can give it a shot. We're already here, so we might as well see. And yeah, we don't really have a lot else to do over here. The next thing, we could head into the salt flats. I'm not 100% sure if that's where I want to go right now, but it does seem like that's where the at-level stuff is. The salt flats are not really my favorite. They are kind of boring. I like having open zones, like wide open vistas and stuff, but the salt flats is exactly what it is, and we would probably never see a zone or an area like that in modern WoW. And in this case, you know, perhaps for good reason, it is not a very interesting place. You tend to just run circles around the outside of it and collect everything you need. I kind of like to tackle it as its own episode and maybe get it all done at once and not have to worry about it again after that. I don't know if that's possible at level 32. And I don't really know where the entrance is to this den, so I'm kind of hoping that we get a map reveal over here that will show us a cave entrance. That would be good. Okay, the Screeching Canyon, but that didn't... Oh, there we go, there we go. There's the reveal. And there's the cave entrance. Perfect. Well... Okay, I see. There's a switchback. I don't really want to fight through all these guys. It's probably pretty risky to run past them. We could get dismounted at any moment. I'm seeing bodies. Oh no. That was a little tricky. Okay, yeah, seeing lots of bodies. I thought I saw 2 players here. I did see 2 players. One of them is not in the group. You are a druid. That's interesting. Yeah, with help, we should be able to do this. It should be pretty easy, actually. Do I understand why this druid is meleeing with a staff in caster form? The answer to that is no, I don't. Oh boy, what's going on here? Okay, maybe they need some help back here. Looks like they're okay. Yeah, I mean the druid is maybe there's like two boxing going on here because this character is not in the group, but this character is definitely heal botting the druid. All that seems like to me is maybe multi-boxing, right? We're gonna need a new sword soon, aren't we? It's not gonna be this one. But we are gonna need a new one pretty soon. Where are we gonna get a new sword? You guys go ahead, I am gonna destroy the foodstuffs. I wonder if destroying more than one crate spawns more than one group. Maybe that's the mistake. Oh, here she is. Okay, cool. I guess that's it. Yeah, that was incredibly easy. Maybe they already triggered the event. Yeah, now we fight our way out through all the respawns. And it seems like instant respawns in here because we definitely just fought all this stuff. There we go, the druid's actually casting some spells. It's nice to see. Yeah, the shaman's definitely on follow. And it's going to turn in back in the dude's cave, so quite a ways to go here. I'm not really interested in fighting respawn after respawn after respawn, so I'm going to peace out. If we go right to the salt flats from here, by the time we get the Stranglethorn, we'll definitely be ready for a change of scenery.
Greetings, traveler.
Grenka was powerful, even by Tauren standards. You should be proud of your accomplishments this day. During your test of faith, you displayed strength and spirit, and now have shown endurance in battle by taking on the rogue feather harpies. But the time has come for a new test. I don't know if we'll do this one. I've never seen this one. Test of strength. During the time of the old gods, elementals inhabited much of this world. They worshipped the old gods, and the gods, through their power, kept the elementals bound to this world. When the old gods were banished, the elementals faded from the world and now only return at the bidding of powerful mages. There are exceptions though. Some elementals were powerful enough to remain here on their own. One such elemental is Rock Alim. Test your strength. Find Rock Alim in Thousand Needles and slay him. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, let's be real. This is a pretty absurd path that this thing could run. And I don't think we are going to be doing that. No. No. I don't think we're going to be doing that one. I like the lore, though. I like the little bit about the old gods and stuff there. That was really cool. But I don't think we'll be doing that today. And I don't really think I want to get into the Salt Flats quite yet either. I have some planning to do, some thinking about what I want to do next. I think we will do this. I'm just not going to do the Salt Flats today. I kind of want that to be its own day. And maybe we just knock it all out in one day and we don't have to go back to it. While we're down there, I'll also go down and get the flight point in Gajikstan in Zul'Farrak, so that we have that for later. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for today, guys. Take a bit of a break. I take myself to the gym, get some food. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for being here. I do really appreciate all your continued support on the series. Having a great time on it, so the support means the world to me. Take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we will see you back here in Azeroth again really soon. Bye now.